towards you in business, finance, and self-development for May. The energy right now feels like you are recentering reciprocal relationships, maybe looking back at relationships where you planted a seed, but you didn't actually water that relationship. So you're going to circle back. Before I hop more into the energy, I want to shout out our podcast where we are building a community of other spiritualpreneurs, mental health practitioners that incorporate spirituality into our practice. Check out our podcast. Hopping right into the energy, let's circle back to those reciprocal relationships. So let's look at the business pile. For business, it looks like there have, been some things that maybe came up in April, and now for May, you may have to make a decision, some type of business decision where you are looking at, again, those reciprocal relationships. How are you getting your contracts? How are you networking? Who's referring you? Also, how are you working with your clients? How have you been building the culture to set them up to know what their understanding and boundaries are with you? So it feels like for business for May, you're going to be looking at the ways in which you work with folks, how you take on clients, potentially your intake forms as well, or initial consultation form is coming up. And yeah, I think that is a really powerful way to definitely center the business. Moving on to the finances pile, it looks like there might have been a setback. There might have been a setback in April. It looks like, either you got 2 emails or 3 emails, or an email chain. Let me say that an email chain that, kind of put you in a position to have to really rethink some things, either end a contract, look at, ways to continue to provide support for a particular client as well is coming up for me. But I think that, however this relationship with this potential contract or individual client, even, however you have been building your income streams, that's kind of what you're looking at. That's what I'm referring to when I say like contract, your clients, right? Whatever your income streams are. Okay, and then moving on to the last pile, which is self-development. What's coming towards you related to the self? Maybe what you might be focusing on for May. For myself, I have themes for each month related to self-development that I might read on, that I might just ensure that I listen to a podcast on. And so again, for this pile related to what's coming towards you, spiritualpreneur, it feels like, again, just the same energy of looking at how you are being in relationship with the folks that you're providing services to. You may be looking at your prices, you may be feel your rates, you may be feeling like this is a period where on some of your streams of income, you might want to increase your rates. You may be looking at, how you add value related to your services. You might be, checking out Chat GPT or something like that to help with those kind of descriptions to make it clear for folks, what they're paying for, what you're providing. Or this may be things that you definitely need to do. So wrapping up this energy of, business, finance, and the self for May, what I see here, and in those positions, we have the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and then the 6 of Pentacles in the self development pile. Overall, wrapping up this message, you're looking at the ways that you're in relationship, looking at again, what I mentioned initially, looking at the places where the relationships, the networks, the groups where you have, kind of planted a seed and now you need to nurture it. Or I think that is the focus, that is the advisement for May, is to go back and look at some of the other relationships, even in the midst of things shifting and changing, maybe again related to some sort of stream of income. That's fine, right? You can accept that, and you have built relationships, you have built a foundation in places, that because of work, daily life, or just time, you may need to, this is a nudge to send a few, hey, how you doing emails, let me circle back to you emails, maybe that's what the email chains are that I, saw earlier. Maybe these are the way that you're going to communicate with these areas that again, you've planted the seeds, but you need to nurture the relationship. Please take care of yourself this month. It looks like a lot of mental energy this month. Focus on the pentacles, the money, as we kind of as as I mentioned before. There isn't a lot of water out here, so I would definitely say, especially as we move into this full moon in Scorpio, depending on when you're hearing this, you definitely want to ensure that you are doing something heart centered this month as well. So green is the color of the heart chakra. So you want to eat green things. Again, you want to look at your relationship to money. You want to maybe dress in green, get out in nature, ground yourself. That's the other message that's coming up that's heavy for May. So I hope that this was supportive. Please let us know if it resonates. If you are seeing this on YouTube, lucky you. I'm going to upload these on YouTube first, and then they'll make their rounds to IG. If you like these types of readings just for support, to get you through the month, and then something to revisit on your journey, this will definitely be here. And I hope you have a good